All right, guys, hopefully you guys had a great discussion talking about that. I know it can get a little hairy and emotional sometimes, but sharing your experience and your strength and hope with other people about how that process has helped clean you up and giving you power to move forward it's a powerful thing, and it's something that we all need to hear and be aware of. So now what's really neat is on the CrossFit side of things, you know, in every movement that we do, we have standards and we have points of performance, okay? And just briefly, a standard is what needs to happen in order for that movement to constitute a repetition. So in order for it to be counted. So for an example, if I was squatting, our standard in our squat is that your hip crease has to go below your knee, and then you have to stand all the way back up at full extension. That's the standard. Now the points of performance are keep your back flat, push your knees out, keep your weight in your heels, pull your chest back. All those types of things, hips move back and down, forward and up. All those things are how to meet those standards. What are the best ways to meet those standards? That's what CrossFit's all about. So what we're really talking about here is movement standards. And the system that CrossFit has given us for the amends process, we call a no rep. So it's really easy. If you're doing a bunch of squats and you're capable of getting your hips below your knees, and sometimes we're not, so that's not what I'm talking about, because we're working our way to be able to do the standard within the parameters of the points of performance and constantly improving the points of performance. But say you're capable of doing a squat with your hips below your knees and standing all the way back up to full extension while maintaining points of performance. Then you have an obligation to make sure that every rep that you do meets that same standard. So my hips have to go below my knees and I have to come to full extension in order for me to count that as a rep. Now look, a lot of times we're racing, we're on fire, like we're struggling through a workout, or we're battling with that instinct telling us that we might die right now, and we got all this stuff going on. It's easy in the heat of the moment to miss a rep, and that's fine, right? We're not perfect, we're not saints. Just like in real life, you're never going to get to where you don't slip up and say something that maybe you shouldn't have said, maybe it was untrue, or maybe it was ugly. It's going to happen, you're a person. To think that that's not going to happen is insanely egotistical. Now, if you miss a rep, it's very simple. You just don't count it. You do it again. So if I'm doing 15 squats, I do 10 perfect. My 11th one doesn't go all the way down or doesn't come all the way back up. That's fine. I just do 11 again. It's that simple. And this is the kind of stuff that used to baffle me in my addiction. But it really is that easy. So what happens is when I do that extra rep, not only do I remain honest, I don't feel like a piece of shit after because I'm lying, and also I'm being accurate with other people who are dependent on my score to know how they're doing, all right? Or vice versa, for me to know how I'm doing against their score. We have to have standards, and we have to maintain these standards in order for this whole thing to work. So that's simple. You miss one, the wall ball doesn't go above the line, or you don't fully lock out your elbows, or you don't get your chin above the bar, it's fine, just redo it. The other thing that happens when we hold ourselves to this standard is it makes us less likely to fuck it up again. And that's the reality. Every time I kind of misspeak or maybe like exaggerate in a conversation and I'm like, wait, it was actually 18 and not 22. I shouldn't have said that. Every time I do that, it's like a little thing that's like, man, maybe it would be better if I just like didn't do that next time. Same thing happens in this training program. So you go from where you do a set of 15 wall balls and 4 of them are no reps, so now you're doing 19. It's not going to take long before you start hitting all 15 because you don't want to do those other 4. So it's that simple. Your workout today is actually Helen. It's a girl workout. It's 3 rounds for time, 400-meter run, 21 kettlebell swings, and 12 pull-ups. It's a classic workout. It's a good one to get a score on. Scale your pull-ups with ring rows or whatever you need to do in order to maintain a standard, but pick a standard and then pay attention through the workout and make sure that every single rep that you do meets those standards. All right? You guys have a good workout, have a great week, and we'll see you next time.